Heyo, it's a buddy. This is Wos, and we have our season 6 draft recap for the PWC. Fuck yeah. Let's just get right into it. We luckily had the first pick in the draft this year, which is fantastic. Unfortunately, though, Tapu Lele, banned, Magirna, franchise, Darkrai, not surprisingly, not allowed, but for some reason they were talking about it for a couple of days, and I don't understand that. So yeah, those are the two real things that I wanted. Uh, like I said, Lele got banned, which is it's I was never had a problem with it. It is annoying to battle against, but there are ways around it. Not even that, then I really wanted to get Magirna, but that was very intelligently franchised by the D League winner when he came up, which I'm not going to fall in for. It's one of the smartest moves you can make at that point. But just get into it. I didn't know what I was going to take until about the night before the draft was starting. I really was searching. I was trying to thinking about running like a pseudo rain team with Coco. I mean, I was testing that out, but I'm not a big fan of Tapu Koko, especially in leagues. But I took Celestial, to be honest. It's really, really versatile in leagues. I mean, it has good HP at 97, but it has ridiculous stats being 100 plus for attack, defense, special attack, and special defense. And its worst status is speed, but all you have to do is run autotomize on that, and it pretty much outspeeds everything. And the fact that it has really good coverage, I mean, it gets flying coverage. It is flying. It has flying and seal, but it also has grass, energy ball. It has earthquake. It has fire. You can run leech seed and protect on it. It's kind of a mon that you can pretty much just change depending upon how it's best going to fit for that game. And it's one of those Beast Boost is an amazing ability on offensive mons. It's an okay ability on defensive mons, but on a Pokemon that you can easily run both, it's fantastic because you don't know what it's a mon that if you don't have a fire type or an electric type to deal with it late game and it walls your team, it can increasingly get bulkier for the fact that it can bump up some defense or special defense. And all you have to do, you can just not stall it out, but you can if you have to. And it's gonna be a mon that I'm really enjoying. There's no fucking difference. Okay, I'm dropping this thing. It doesn't have a fucking shiny. All right, so that's going to be dropped. Moving on to the second round. We had the first pick. Like I said, there were 12 teams, so we had to wait 22 picks in between ours, but then we had the wheel. I really wanted to get a ground type. I was kind of. It was a weird first few rounds, in my opinion, when it came to ground types. Garchomp went 3. That's good. It makes sense. Excadrill went 6. Okay. Hippowdon. Hippowdon. Hippowdon went 11. That was a little weird. Mamoswine won 13. Okay, that makes sense. He's a good team. That's from the D League winner who has a actually really good team. I actually really like it. But Zygarde 10% and 50% went 16 and 17. And somehow Lando T dropped to me at 22, which is really surprising. This thing is so good in League. It has ridiculous attack, and with Intimidate, it can be a ridiculously bulky, annoying Rocky Helmet physical wall. So it's one of those mons that it's a reliable stealth rocker check. It's a good scarfer. It's a great offensive mon in general, and it can also just run defensively. And the reason I wanted the ground type too is because, like I said, if fire and electric are two ways to really mainly hit Celesteal, especially for super effective damage. And having a mon to deal with both of them, it's not easily, but that can fucking plow through them just by clicking EQ is amazing. Excuse me. So that's why I really wanted. Like I said, I did not expect it to be there. I'm gonna take a drink of water, so I apologize. But yeah, I did not expect it to be there. The things I kept out on and the Zygardes going early really helped me out to grab this thing. So let's move on to our third pick. I was really hoping to grab Gengar and Lando T. That would be my dream scenario, in my opinion, because I love both those. Yeah, Gengar was taking the pick before me. Destiny, you can go fuck yourself. I really didn't know what I wanted. I was looking at tier 2, and I should probably say this. I should say this right now. The way I wanted to go about this draft was to take a tier 2 Mega and grab 3 tier 1s. And grab 2 tier 5s as my other free points. But I was looking at a decent amount of tier 5 ones that I wanted to use, so I was okay with that. But like I said, I was looking kind of through it. I was looking at Suicune. I was looking at a couple of things, but I decided on something that I haven't used before that it seems really fun, and that's Entei. Go over there. It has good speed at 100, base 100. It's always good to have that. But it has good attack and HP set at 115 both. So it's one of those mons that it's going to hit hard too. You can just run it naturally bulky as well. Hell, I've even run this thing AV and bulky, and I've taken like, I think it was like barely 20% from a Specs Jolteon's T-Bolt, which is ridiculous. That thing has, base 110, I think. Is it 110 or 130? 110 special attack. But still, Specs, it hits like a fucking truck. And I like using this thing. It also gives me, like I said, it gives you, I didn't say anything yet. Like I'm saying, it gives me priority with E-Speed, which is fantastic. And Sacred Fire is amazing because it has a 50% chance to burn. Fun fact about Sacred Fire, though, it still burns less than Scald. Most people don't realize that because numbers don't work like that. But in Pokemon, numbers aren't a thing or statistics or how they should work. And it pretty much just Scald is the greatest thing ever. And every other move can go fuck itself. But saying that, plus it's shiny, it has a nice shiny too. What does your shiny look like? Like my shiny game this year is shit so far. But yeah, let's go on to the fourth pick. I was looking at some special attackers because, as you can see, Landorus and Entei are both mainly physical attackers. And I didn't want to have a heavy team of physical attackers and then get walled by like I can't get walled by Ferrothorn. You know, just walled by some random mon that's just really defensively bulky. Definitely not a Chansey at this point because I'm going to have fun against Chansey. But let's just move on. I wanted to grab it. I grabbed my two tier 3 picks because I can speak English well. So I went with a mon that I've used back in the day in the first league I was ever in. It was the Mega version of it, but I still used it. And I was actually thinking about taking this Mega. I didn't though. Gardevoir. The reason I didn't go with the Mega is I really want to use Trace. Because I feel like Trace is going to be a lot of fun to use. You know, maybe come in on a Nihilagos, grab its Beast Boost, Scarf hit when I'm Scarfed, and take it out and then proceed to just start setting. I don't know. It's one of those things that can be a lot of fun to use. Especially if, get off Intimidates, if I run a bulky version of it. Which, I mean, it's a good Fairy Psychic type. It has decent coverage. It's Gardevoir. You can even run some fun stuff with Wish Passing and make it a special wall because it has really good base 115 special defense. Its HP is not that good along with its attack and defense, but, who cares? I'm never going to run a physical Gardevoir. Wink. I totally would never do that. So, I mean, it's D-Bond. You can have some shenanigans. You can set up. It's also a really good support mon with, I just saw Hebel, Memento. Like I said, wish passing, not passing, but being able to get some wishes up, encoring some shit into it. So yeah, it's a mon that I'm gonna have fun using, and I like it shiny. It's blue. So I wanted to go with another special attacker at this point, and something I prepped for in the past that can be kind of annoying that I'm gonna have a lot of fun with, and that's regular Kyurem. It has ridiculous stats. Base 125 HP makes it really naturally bulky. And then you have base 130s for the attacks and good speed at 95. These are two really good Scarf options for late game, especially firing off some, 130 base special attack Draco Meteors from this thing is going to be so much fun to use. God, you know what? Legendary Shinies suck ass. Like, there's not one legendary Pokemon with a good shiny, except for Groudon. Is it Groudon or... It's black, whichever one's black. Is it its Mega or Primal? I don't know. I got distracted. But it has good enough coverage. It has... I don't want to run Focus Blast on this thing because I fucking hate that move. God, dude, that's the worst move ever. But you can even run some, Bruce subsets and just kind of have some fun with it. I'm going to thoroughly enjoy this Pokemon to use. And I forget who I picked next. Okay. Thank God for Docs. So I wanted to grab, I think I grabbed my tier 4. I didn't know what I was going to take. I kind of got stuck in, that's not who I was taking. I was not taking Concolor. I took Comfey, who, with Triage, if you don't know what Triage does, Triage makes, as you can read, healing moves priority of +3. So if you start setting up some Calm Minds with this thing, priority Draining Kiss is a lot of fun. Not to mention that I could also, Subseed, not Subseed, I can Seed them. I can Toxic things and then proceed to sit there with Synthesis or one of the other moves and just heal myself up while they can't do shit to me. I feel like this thing can be really helpful late game. Oh my god, they match. Shinies is so cute. Yeah. It's just actually that didn't happen. Okay, so yeah, we have like I said, it's really good defensive wall too. Not very good, but it's one of those support mons that has good speed, kind of like how Milk Tank is a good physical wall, but he has decent natural speed, so it can outspeed some shit like other walls and stuff like that. So it's this mon. I think I can. It's gonna be iffy with this thing. I'm gonna have to play intelligently with it, not dumb. But with my next pick, this is the Mega I wanted all along. I wanted to grab it right away. Or it's not right away, but where I knew I figured someone was going to come up and take it soon because a decent amount of people took Tier 2 Megas, which makes sense. But I took Mega Aerodactyl. I fucking love this thing. Giving it Tough Claws and base 150 speed is so awesome. With great attack. This gives me another possible Stealth Rocker, but I love using this thing with Hone Claws, getting up a attack race and just start hitting things with Aerial Aces or Dragon Claws or Fire Fangs or Stone Edges and Iron Tails, Iron Head. I love using this. This is honestly one of my favorite Megas to use, especially in leagues. I used it that one season I drafted Mega Sceptile and that thing sucked ass. As you can see, we have a little bit of an electric weakness between. But I mean, I have Entei that can eat up hits. I have Gardevoir that can eat up special hits. I have Lando that's immune. So it's one of those mons I fucking loved using, and this was the main one I wanted to grab. So I don't really know what to do. At this point, I wanted to start knocking into my tier 5s. And I didn't know what I was going to take, because I was there was a couple things I was thinking about doing. I really wanted to get a electric type out of tier 5. Tier 5 for us has a lot of electric types, like Zebstrika, which I've used, I enjoyed using a little bit. You have Evire, you have Electabuzz, you have Raichu, you have Electrodes. I mean, they're not great mons, don't get me wrong, they're not great, but they are really good to get momentum with Volt Switch. I went with Electabuzz, though. I was deciding between this and Electivire. I wanted this for the speed stat, but I wanted Evire for the ability. At the end, I decided to go with this. And base 105 speed does help me. What does Electivire have? 95. So it has that 10 extra points. I mean, yeah, Evire hits harder on the physical side, but I feel like I just wanted to use this thing more for Volt switching, getting around. Plus, it's one of my favorite Generation 1 mons. I always thought this thing looked absolutely amazing, and I loved it. It does get decent coverage. It has the elemental punches. I can even, like I said, it's a lot of Volt Switch. Maybe some Eviolite shenanigans, too. I don't know. It's going to be one of those bonds that I don't see it bring off all the time, but if it has a good matchup, I'm definitely going to bring it. Plus, being able to not fall asleep is great. And possible paralyzing things, which is fantastic. Move on to the other pick. Now, this, I'm going to say right now. This pick is ballsy as fuck. Alright? This pick is either going to help me truck through some walls or cause me to lose because I'm getting set up on. And no, it's not fucking Chansey. Alright? It's the offensive version of Chansey, so it's different. I'm taking Slacking. Um, if this thing didn't have True Wind, it would be an OU. Like, base 100 speed is great for a fact that the mod has base 150 HP and and base 160 attack. That is ridiculous. I could even use this thing to just. I want to see. Hold on, let me see something for a second. Does it get like Trick or Switcher? If it did, that'd be amazing. Slack off sunny day. Taunt now. Okay. That'd have been dope. Oh, I can yawn things sleep though. No, but this thing, like I said, I can. It's one of the mons I really wanted to try out in League. Because it has the I think it has the capability to do well. It has really good coverage moves. It has really good stats. The only thing that's lacking, like I said, is its stupid ability. I mean, but if I can move around a little bit and stuff like that, like I said, it's an iffy mod. I might get rid of it week 3. I might hold on to it the entire season. It might lead the league in kills. We don't know. Like we said, we had 2 picks left. And one of them I wanted. Okay. Sorry, I got a notification. I didn't know what I was going to take with my last tier 5. I wanted to grab a fighting type, though. Usually I grab fast fighting types. I wanted to grab Mini Conk. And I grabbed Girder. It's a mon that might come, like, if it has a really good priority Mach Punch matchup. It has really good attack, base 105. It has decent bulk. With the Evaluate, it's a decent special wall. But like I said, it's a mon I don't think I'm going to bring very often, but it's good to have that good priority utility in the back. And the last mon that I end up taking, I'm just gonna show you the tier 3 ones I have. I realized I needed a defogger when I grabbed my Kyurem and Gardevoir pick. I was looking, I was like, I could have taken something like Armaldo in tier 5, or defogger, or Rapid Spinner, whatever you want to say. I could have taken something like that. But then again, I looked at it, and Zapdos was still around in tier 1. Both Lotties were still around in tier 1. And I didn't even take either one of those 3. I took fucking Mew in the last round of this draft, which is absolutely amazing. Mew is in my opinion, one of the best top 5 easily draft league format Pokemon you can have. It's versatile as shit. It has ability, like Synchronize is a good ability, but it has so much move coverage, especially when you combine that with it being one of my 2 Z users. These 2 are my Z mons. Like my tier 1 picks are ridiculous. Celesteela, Landorus, and Mew. You don't know, like, they're all so versatile that it's gonna be so much fun using them together. Like I said, I was shocked because I started to notice like Mew slipping. My friend Colton was even talking about taking Mew. I was trying to be like, no, dude, don't. You should take Lottie or take something else. I think I didn't though, but like, I'm gonna have so much fun using this thing. Mew EMZ is banned though, sad face, as it should be. But yeah, that is our draft recap. I really do like this team so far, without having to use it. Great versatility. I have good speed tiers, I think. Not good speed. I think I have good chance of doing well, as of right now. Doesn't mean I'm going to. I'll probably suck ass again, like I always do. But yeah, that's about it. Like I said, check down the description below, and I'm gonna probably put a lot of the guys in my league in the bottom there. Check them out too. But yeah, Destin, eat a dick.